A 100-kilogram sign is hung from the end of a horizontal support beam that is hinged to a wall. This is a horizontal beam that supports this 100-kilogram sign. The beam and the signs are supported by a cable that is attached to the beam and above to the wall. So this is a cable with tension in here T that is attached here and here. This is a vertical attached on the vertical wall. The beam is 2.5 meters long. This beam, and with the length L is 2.5 meters long, and the cable is 3 meters long. From here to here is 3 meters long. The beam and the cable weighs a small amount when compared to the signs. The weight of this and this is small compared to this sign. Find the attachment position of the cable to the beam that minimizes the tension in the cable. So the attachment position, which is X from the wall, the vertical wall, to the attachment point, which is X. You say find the attachment position where the tension is minimum. So what we're looking for is attachment position. So now we're going to use X. We're going to use a Excel sheet to make the calculation. The equation for tension for that particular question based on that diagram is this. This is the equation. Now, at the point, the attachment position which they ask us to find is at the point where the differentiation of this tension with respect to X is equal to 0. At the point where this is equal to 0, there's a position, the attachment position at the point where this is equal to 0 is what they want us to find. And at that point, you have minimum tension. So now let's now solve this by first putting the input there is the data from the equation, inputting the data from the equation. Now what I'll do is I'll call this inputs. First, for me to do my calculations, I use input and calculated data. There's an input data. I'll put my input data. This is mass. The mass is 100, and the unit is kg. We have the length. And the length of the beam is 2.5 meter. The length of the cable is C. The length of the cable is 3 meter. Acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per seconds square. We color here black, the text white. Change the color of this one. Let me change the color of this one to blue. blue. This side is calculation. Side is calculation. Let me make it the same font. Not the same font, the same format. Now this is the X we're looking for. Meter. This is tension. This is Newton. This is the differentiation of the tension with respect to X. The unit is Newton per meter. Let me now input the formula for this one. Let me assume here is 1 meter. That is at 0.1 meter. Input the formula for the tension, which is okay. I need to name this. Let me name this cell B3M. Enter. Let me this one enter. This one C. Sorry. This one C underscore. Enter. This one is G. Small G. Enter. This one is X. Enter. This one is tension. Enter. This one is D tension underscore underscore AX D tension underscore D X. Enter. Now let me now input the formula for tension. Tension equal to M times G times L times C divided by X by square root c square minus x square. Enter. And this will be the differentiation of tension with respect to x will be equal to m times g times l times c times two times x raised to power 2 minus c raised to power 2 divided by x raised to power 2 divided by c by 2 minus x raised to power 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 1 5. Okay. C X. We didn't select that. Let me see. Okay. I didn't input the right C. You just write row to C. So I would have selected it from that drop box. So now what I will do now, in order to get the minimum, to get the minimum tension, in order to find the attachment position where I have a minimum tension, is to use go seek. Go to data. What if analysis, go seek. Okay. We'll check, put here, go seek here at this point where the set cell, this is the set cell, this cell, I set this cell to value 0. So at the point where this value is equal to 0 is the minimum tension, and at the minimum tension is the attachment position which they were asked to find in that question. So I need to by changing this cell, the value of this cell, I will now get the point where this is equal to 0 and this, the value at this point will be the minimum tension. So select this position, this point. So now from base calculation, it shows that the okay, let me make this a whole number. Make this a whole number. What's the number? Crazy. No. Let me format this. Yes. Yes. Let me change the name of the cell to tension. Tension. Now we have gotten the attachment position which we were asked to find in this question, and we have also gotten the minimum tension. And at the point where we have the minimum tension, this is equal to 0. So this is now let me write a code, a program. Let me write a code that will enable, because if I make a change here, this value, I make a change, the whole of this thing will change. To change, this will not be the minimum, this will not be the attachment position where you have minimum. Okay, let me make the change now. Here is, let me call here 2. Because it's closer, let me call it 1. Let me call this 2. Okay. 2 now. 6. So there are variations. If you change this to this, so this varies, and since this is not equal to 0 or does not tend to 0, then this is not the minimum, and this is not the position they want us to find as regards to this information given here. So, but for me to make it to remember the goal sake, anytime there is a variation and the information given here, for me to make it to follow the command, that goal seek command, I need to write a program, a code that will make it remember that goal seek, so that any variation here, the thing will reflect, this will be 0, this will be the minimum tension, then this will be the attachment position at that minimum tension. So let's do that now. So for us to do that, we go to developer, where you use your Visual Basic. And if you don't have this developer, what will you do? You click file, option, custom ribbon. You go to here, you check this, you check if this thing is unchecked, you check it and click OK. You will see it there. So when we open this tab, what we do, go to Visual Basic. We'll go to Visual Basic. You have this spreadsheet tension. You double click on it, this will open. We choose this worksheet. This is on select change. We change it to change. So what happens is that any changes you make there will make the thing reconform to what the code that is here. So the code I'll put there is now, I will now say theme on one side as boolean. Boolean has to variable which is true or false. Now when I say if random range random range underscore call this 5 decimal place. These are not equal to 0 and not on one side. Then on one side equal to true. Equal to true. Range bracket underscore dot go seek go changing cell range x one more time equal to false. And if this one was saying it's my surname anyway, and if I'll save this spreadsheet. I'll call it calculation of minimum tension if I leave this as Excel workbook, the code will not work. So now change this, save it. So let me open this. So as I make changes here, it reflects 2.5, 3. So the thing reflects based on what I change. Now, if I change, I'll make this 6 now. Make this 4. See, we have differentiation of tension with respect to x as tending to 0. So that means this one is the minimum tension, and this is at the point, the attachment position where you have the minimum tension and in the cable. So if I change this to our initial value here, which is 2.5, here which is 3, what is the problem? Okay, here 3, here 2.5. This place cannot be more than this. Let me say this, I'm using here as 1. I'm measuring here as 1. So that was why it has an error in a code. So because this x cannot be, you cannot make an assumption of x as 4 point something when the distance is x, when the length of the beam is 2.5. So that was why that. Okay, now let me say if I make here 5 when here is 2.5, which is the length of the beam. So to show this, but if I make this 1 to give you the minimum tension, because the 1 meter is feasible for x when the length is 2.5, the length of the beam is 2.5. So this has given me the point where I have the point where I will attach it to have a minimum tension, and where the differentiation of tension with respect to this will give me 0. So that is how to do this and how to make codes. Thank you for watching. If you love this video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon, so that the notification bell, so that you'll be getting these videos. I will be making subsequent videos in line with this if you like this, or you can also share it to people that you feel that will like this video. Thank you for watching.